Okay, back with the part 4, I think. I thought if deku was the only man with a quirk. Okay, I think we left off with All Might apologizing to everyone that he wasn't there to help them in the time of need, and everyone told them not to worry, they got deku on the side. Okay, everyone now knowing that we have an enhancing quirk, but he didn't tell them about his real quirk. Okay, Aizawa told them to prepare themselves because in the next week or so they will have to be training to get a specific internship or something like that, if I remember correctly. Because he said this is only 2 times in their lifetime they'll have an opportunity like this to be chosen by one of the top heroes to go in their agency to learn new things. So yeah, Aizawa told them to have a week to prepare for this. Within the week, they basically get a hand of Uraka quirk, which is 0 gravity. She get a gravity and all with the deku since you know we're the prime conductor of the quirk of the quirks that he had, which with this what if he had a major booster regeneration, way powerful than the other. He had super shrink, speed, and yeah, the regen also way powerful. So, but now within the week I was saying that he got accustomed to 0 gravity basically, but he can do with 0 gravity now, so he can control it without even touching. Since the one for all enhances the abilities, he can hang off it a little bit. He can control the gravity of anything that he chooses within a specific range. We see like 100 meters or so. Controlling that you can either raise it to a specific point or maybe he trains this quirk. He can develop some new move for his telekinesis by later during the fight. Okay, the week pass on that could be like the strongest in class and everybody knows it. He was told to represent UE. He went up to the mic and before he could say anything everyone shouted, "But he's unreal. How the hell did he get into this school?" And they all started to badmouth deku. Everyone began to throw stuff at deku, and deku. The last thing that the person said before they threw the something, they had said, "He doesn't even have a quirk. How the hell did he make it into the school?" And right here, right before whatever it is, the throw hit him, like cans, I think. Throw hit him, stops mid-air. Everything stops mid-air. And they could just control it with his finger and like puts it in a bin and said, "Well, if your thinking is that lenient, might as well. You don't even deserve to be here to witness this festival. You actually don't." This pisses off everyone, but everyone stays quiet. Deku then walks away and tells everyone to well, he didn't tell us everyone, he told Ida to go up and represent the class because he do things that he's wanted. After that they went and studied, yes, after a little bit, but not everyone is kind of surprised. Like, you didn't tell them that they had kind of telekinetic quirk. Everyone a little surprised, but they're just probably just looked for his mind or something. And plus, he didn't say that was his only quirk. And then Deku means as smart as he is, realizes that Todoroki, who was in his class, had 2 quirks, but he was only using one side. Thinking this, he realizes that he might try something. So he instantly uses the telekinesis to float. As the race kicks off, and Deku instantly teleports to the other side, to the finish line, to the stadium, finish. Even everyone there. President Mike said, well, this is a surprise. Why didn't you tell us, Aizawa, that one of your students had a teleportation quirk? Well, Aizawa responds with, well, he didn't. And everyone is in a little surprise state as they realize that, well, the event must continue, with Todoroki making it second and Bakugo third. Cavalry, Deku just floats everyone in the air with his telekinetic, and they'll just keep them high enough. If you have any million points, they don't really need to be down below. His team would be the same as the anime. So yeah. With the battle now, can't remember the name of the person with the brainwashing quirk, but while the fight starts with him, Deku being warned about his quirk, he said he didn't say anything. So, and just using his air pressure just knocks him out of the ring. All the fights was normal, and then we get to the fight with Todoroki. Endeavor stops Deku before he walks out to the arena and said to Deku to make Todoroki use his fire side. Endeavor, then not Deku then just says, well, that was my intention from the beginning. Don't try to intimidate me just because you're number 2 hero. He just walks on to go to the ring. The fight starts. Deku puts up this barrier. Basically, the barrier is just controlling the air particles around him. So, you're just basically controlling the air particles around him. You make it vibrate at a supersonic speed, therefore creating a little vacuum in between, like him and the space between Deku and is outside of the barrier. A little vacuum, enough so that the majority of the oxygen wouldn't be able to be. Majority of the oxygen wouldn't be able to pass through, escape. He study takes it up and take it down because well, he needs oxygen to survive for that. When Todoroki launches ice at him, it just breaks right when it hits the barrier. He puts it on himself. Toroki if that's all he got. Because Toroki being a little irritated by this. He wants to see if you think that I will be using my other side, you're dead wrong. And then he follows up with asking if his dad asked him to, if his mom, asked him to do this. Deku responds with, well, no, but you're not even going to make a dent in it just because you're not using full power. If you want to win, use it all. Or you can just lose and feel like you could have won. Your choice. Toroki insisted that she will not be using her quirk at all. Deku then thinks to himself how to make her use her quirk. She begins to, while they were fighting, it wasn't really a fight, it was just Toroki just launching ice and Deku barrier just disintegrated it slowly, but yeah. He just think to himself how to make her use her quirk, and it comes to him that she has a very aggressive attitude, and that's she has a little honor in her, so why not break that honor? He begins to insult her, saying that is your fireside so useless that you think that you can win without it. What if even if it was useless, do you think it would shame your mother because it's her quirk? I don't really know any good insult to put in Deku for Deku, but yeah, he just insults her. This pisses her off to an extent, and she used her fireside and said, "Don't blame me if you break." Deku smiles and puts his hand in his pocket and said, "Bring it on." She launches a full-on flame show. Full-on flame show. Just launch a host of fire at him at some temperature, a real high temperature beyond like melting point. He just launch a real barrage of fire. And when everything cools down, she then notices that Deku was just standing there with his hands in his pocket. And he told Toroki, well, why don't you try something? Why don't you try merging your ice with your fire quirk and launch it off? Maybe you'll win. Toroki thinks to herself that, well, maybe this will work. I never really think about this before. She tries it, she instantly notices that it's taken a toll on her body just to launch it off. So she said to herself, well, if this doesn't work, you win, Midoriya. Someone smiles, the best for someone. Launches off a blue flame. He chose this flame straight at Deku. This now is probably about 10 times stronger than the flame she used before. So about 20 times stronger than the one in the army. She uses that and throws it at Deku. Deku being kind of surprised by the power increases his output to 5%. And still there when the fire cleared down, she still notices that Deku just standing there with his hands in his pocket. And she says, well, tried my best. And she feels right there, acknowledging Deku's power. Next fight, everything went on the same as in the anime, except the Uraraka versus Bakugo. Uraraka takes a beating. Bakugo, seeing that Deku was so much more powerful than everyone else in the tournament that he fought, was getting a little bit infuriated and let out all that anger on Uraraka, basically injuring her a lot, for her to be unconscious for a while. Deku, being infuriated by this, just walks into the tournament area, knowing full-fledged that he would have to fight back because they are the finals. He walks in with his eyes facing down, his fist clenched, a little bit shaking with anger. Go seeing him shaking, she asks if Deku was scared, and then laughs. You are scared of me? And she raises his eyes. She notices that there's some electricity, emitting from his eyes. His hair stand on end as he says in his mind, one for Carl, 100%. Why not mix it with my telekinesis? Why not mix that with zero gravity? As President Mike's start, Bakugo rushes in as he stops in his tracks. Deku, using his telekinesis with zero gravity, stops her mid-jump as she was going to launch an explosion at Deku. She flings Bakugo in the air, appears directly in front of her, uses a barrage of normal hits, sending her smashing into the ground, waiting for her to get on her feet. Holds her with telekinesis and increasing the gravity on her, making her suffer a little bit. Then finally ending it, he uses 5% of his strength, flicking her out of the ring. As he cools down his hair went back to normal, goes back to normal. The electricity stops emitting from his eyes. And he says to everyone and to President Mike that Mike need a medic. with this concludes the tournament arc. So yeah, like you basically trashed on everybody. So he was awarded the first place. But we go on to the rookie in second and third. He after that he rushes off to see Uraka. She was still unconscious after the tournament. He fell in, don't know what happened, and they were, and I think the following day or so, or a couple of days later, there was a looting of how much people wanted them in the agency. Deku having only about a couple hundred because of the way he was fighting with Bakugo. The people were saying that he was a bit brutal. So within one of those agencies was Endeavor's agency. And who decides to choose that agency, as Toroki would be going there too. Okay, and here is well ended off for today. If you want to see more, show some support. Plus, if enough support, I'll continue it. If not, well, I'll just stop altogether. Thank you those who are watching. See you next time.